ब्रह्मचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे हरे
Hare
कृष्ण
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Once again, I welcome all dear devotees.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Namaskar.
Hare Krishna, Hare
My
Krishna.
voice is clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So I welcome all on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru, Kulai Temple and Namanishta Prabhu for this journey, wonderful journey. And today is Vamana Jayanti, right? Actually, maybe Lord wanted to talk about little Vaman Avatara. Maybe that is the reason suddenly I got that class. So all of us know, right? Vaman Avatar is... actually, it is to annihilate, it's not annihilate, to eradicate the pride of whom, who was having pride?
Bali Chakravarti.
Bali Chakravarti, yeah. Bali Chakravarti, actually, he used to do lot of yajna. And he was, because he is in Prahlad's lineage, right? So, he was Vamana Dwadashi. Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So, he was Bali Maharaj, since he was in the lineage of Narasimha.
Prahlad
Tamil,
Maharaj.
English, I am really getting confused. Give me 2 minutes. This is English class. Okay. Prahlad Maharaj lineage, no? So that is the reason he was all for the austerity, though he was a Daityas. Daitya means what? Who all are Daityas? Who all are Adityas?
Who born Lord Aditi, his Daityas who are
Yes.
born Mata Daityas, Aditi.
Who were born to Diti were Daityas.
Yes,
Who were
Mataji.
born to Aditi, Adityas. 12 Adityas.
Sura
Okay.
and Asura.
Yes. Sura and Asura. Devata and demons. Okay. So, but because he had the pride, the Lord doesn't like pride. In fact, in Bhakti, earlier also we have discussed, pride is something, which doesn't let devotees to progress in devotional service. So the Lord had to come, but it was mercy, Lord's mercy. Where did Bali Maharaj finally go? He was not killed. It is like, we should not say Lord kills the demon. Lord liberates the demon. All the demon in the Vrindavan, so many demons, Krishna liberated them. Krishna does not kill them. In front of Krishna, whoever leaves the soul, whichever soul leaves the body, they are liberated. That means what? They go to at least the higher planetary system and the Lord gives them another chance, and then he finally takes them to Goloka. So everywhere he will give a second chance. But except for three people, we already discussed, Putana and her brothers, 2 people, 2 asuras, they went directly to Goloka. This we have seen, right? So, the Lord actually more than annihilated, annihilation is correct, but liberated. Liberated is the right word. He gave them moksha, liberation. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, who is that? Lord came in the form of a dwarf, small, little cute boy. And he asked for 3 feet. One, the Bhuloka, then upper planetary system and Martirloka, and then another. Then what is the third? Bali Maharaj actually gives promise. Okay, I will give you 3 feet. 3 feet with that pride. You can ask me more. And your feet, you see what size is this? You ask more, he is saying. He's saying, no, I am not very greedy. I want only 3 feet. But you know something? Bali Maharaj knew very, very well this was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The moment the Supreme Personality Godhead, Vaman, they was just entering the yajna arena. He did not even enter. He was about to. Bali Maharaj understood. Because this is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. But still he said, thinking, what, if at all, what the Lord can take. So like that. So that is the reason. So whoever has got this pride, the Lord teaches them. But not everybody know. Whom he knows that they are my devotees. They, they do all the austerity not for their ahaitukya apratigata, without any expectation, without any motivation, without any interruption. To them only he. You and I too have lot of pride. I have lots and lots of pride. But what happened? Does Lord come? Are we that much, do we have the mercy? No. He knows who are all the real devotees, that bhava, who wants to only serve at the lotus feet of the Lord. For them only the Lord comes and he gives that. But then, what is that word? There is one word, no? The Lord gives the akaitukim, jnanam cha akaitukam. What is it? Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaga Janayatsatsu Vairagyam Jnanam cha akaitukam. The what is the definition? One who, the translation is one who wants, one who really wants to render devotional service. What happens? The Supreme Personality of Godhead immediately acquires the causeless knowledge and mercy to him, causeless knowledge. And he gives also the detachment only to those people. So that means what? The Lord has to, what is that? We have to, with that bhav, we have to strongly cry for rendering devotional service. Then the Lord himself will come. He shows now Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. I will give you that knowledge with which we will be able to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So just because, and the Lord, what did he do? He went, of course, to the Patala Loka. And the Lord told, I will come and stand there as a God. You will always be able to have my darshan. This is what Lord's mercy. He said, and finally, after who is going to be next Indra? Bali Maharaj. He told Bali Maharaj, you are going to be the next Indra. But right now, because of so many other things, okay, anyway, Daitya family, no. So somewhere or the other, he had acted with so much of pride and arrogance and all. So he said, for that karma, you have to anyway have to go to the lower planetary kingdom. But because of your hankering for serving me, I will also stand there at the God, at your that planet. And then finally, in the next, when the next yuga comes, he tells that you are going to be the Indra. It's given very well in the Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, Matajis and Prabhujis, thank you very much. I, in fact, accidentally, I joined one class. There that Mataji, who was supposed to take class, she was held up somewhere, they said. Then immediately they said, Mataji, why don't you take the class? I thought, really, Lord's mercy. I really don't know. I don't have the eligibility. I can't even today, unfortunately, I could not. Seriously, I'm telling, I could not listen to Vaman Charitra at all today since morning. But you see the Lord's mercy. That is what. Hare Krishna. Yes, we will go. So where were we? We were in the 17th chapter, 3rd verse we have finished. Is it not? Just ensure all of you that you are able to see my screen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 4th verse we finished, I think, yesterday. Right? So today we are supposed to do 5th and 6th. Till 4th verse, what did we see? The Shraddha. We all have that faith. But the faith depends on the what swabhava we have taken and come. If we have taken the swabhava of the sattva guna, so that means what? The faith also is in sattva guna. So, and if our swabhava is rajoguna, what is that swabhava? What yoni we have? What is it? Varna ashrama. What is that Varna we have taken? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So we know Brahmana means Sattva one who, because why? Brahmanas, they know the Brahman Jnanati iti Brahmana. They are self-realized. So they will have their faith also will be Sattva Guni faith. And similarly, next is Kshatriya. Kshatriyas are Rajoguna. So all Kshatriyas will have the faith in Rajoguna. Similarly, Vaishyas will have both Rajo and Tamu. There is a mixture. And Shudras will have Tamoguni, what do you call that? Faith. Isn't it? We all are part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we all are pure, Vishuddha. Vishuddha Sattva, we were talking about one who has transcended Nirguna. There is no guna at all. That is Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are His part and parcel, minute. So obviously we will have that quality very little, no. Still, why are we that when the creation takes place, first what comes? The aham, I factor comes, no, when the Mahat is agitated. So when the I factor, that is the ahankar. When it comes, false ego, we say it's not the real ahankar. Real ahankar is real I is what? I am not this body, I am the soul. But when the false ego comes, the false ego is divided. When it comes in contact with the material nature, it is divided into 3 ahankars. That is Rajoguni ahankar, Sattoguni ahankar, and Tamoguni ahankar. So according to that, whatever was our Antakalecha Mameva, Yayam Vyapi Smarana Babam, whatever was, accordingly we take the yoni. So accordingly we get that guna also. According to the guna, we have the faith also. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we will go to 5 and 6. Ananya Mataji, you can read the translation, but before that, I'll read the verse first. Ashastra vihitam goram tapyante tapo janaga dambhahankara samyuktaha kamaraga balanvitaga karshayanta sharirastam bhutagramam achetasaha mam chaivanta sharirastam tanvidya asura nishchayan. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
those who
Krishna.
undergoes severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride, egoism, lust and attachment, who are impelled by passion and who torture their body organs as well as the super soul dwelling within are two known as demons. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Like Hiranyakashipu, you see the picture is given. He was doing severe austerity. What happened? On him, even anthills came. Such severe austerity. But what was the use after doing all such austerity? He asked Brahma, you give me the boom that I will never be killed. Brahma said, oh my dear, what are you asking? I am myself a in Jiva Tattva. Right? I myself do not have the eternity. My body, myself in the sense I am talking about the body. Of course, soul is eternal. So he said, my body also will perish. So how can I give you that something boon which I don't have? Then only we all know, Hiranyakashipu said, no, so many conditions he told Brahma. And all the conditions Brahma had to say Tatastu. Why? The reason being, we all know the Devatas have been bestowed or Devatas have been assigned this authority of sanctioning the boon which the Jivas are pleading, the Devatas. So he had to give it. Okay, Tatastu. But similarly, Lord Shiva came, he had to give that boon to Ravana. They all have to. That is the difference between Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Devatas. Devatas will give us whether it is good for us or not good for us. You ask, the Lord has told, my child is coming and asking you. Like that only they will develop faith. If you give everything today, they will develop some faith in you. And slowly we all know whatever austerity they do for you, Devatas, it is indirectly done to me only. But ye abhidhi purvakam. Right? Not in a proper order. They don't know the Shastra. That is why in the 16th chapter we saw they are doing the same austerity to me only. But avidhi purvakam, indirectly they are doing, but not following the rules and regulation very, very minutely. So the Lord is getting whatever austerity, the Lord is accepting. So obviously what will happen? The Lord will bestow, but when? Slowly and gradually. But these austerities are said to be done in Rajoguna. Rajoguna means more, hankering. That is right. So Hiranyakashipu also did this austerity in hankering. What was his hankering? I wanted to rule the entire universes, not one universe. And so that is why he asked for this boom. He was not satisfied with the planet which he was ruling. Okay, so similarly here, that is okay. And what is the next? Performing the last one. Super soul dwelling within. So the Lord who is seated in our heart, 18.61, Hirde Shunatishtati, Ishvara Sarvabhutana, Hirde Shunatishtati, Maya, what is that? Yendra Rudani Mayaya, the last pada is Yendra Rudani Mayaya. What is before that one? Third pada. Brahmaya, yeah. Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani, Yantra Rudani Mayaya. So he is going on, but that, what is that? Yoni after yoni, birth after birth. But in all the birth, I am seated in everybody's heart as Paramatma. So the Paramatma knows why he is doing this austerity. What is the objective of doing this austerity? What is the motive behind this? What does he want to achieve by doing this austerity? So these kind of austerity, which is done by torturing our body, are said to be austerity done in Rajoguna. Yes, Mataji, continue.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Fasting for spiritual advancement is laid down to the scriptural injunctions, but fasting for political or social purposes is not mentioned in the scriptures. Persons who follow practices that are not authentic austerities, austere, are demonic and useless. They are affected the wellness of body, disturb Lord living within and others too. The performer may die too. Such performances are disobeying the Vedic scripture injunctions, hence insulting to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. You all might have heard, no? Some people walk on the fire, and like a kavadi, they say, they prick on their shoulders and they take lot of that weight, and they dance, and that, what is it, trishul, we say, no? Sometimes through the tongue they take it out, or through the cheeks they take it out from one end to another. All these things the Lord has never, Vedas have never prescribed these things. That is why it is like Yashastra Vidhi Mutsrijya, Yashastra Vidhi Mutsrijya, against the rules and regulations. A previous chapter, the last but one verse, isn't it? So one who does not obey to the rules and Vedic injunctions, scriptural injunctions, it is like disobeying. When the Lord says in Vedas, don't do it. If we do it out of passion, don't you think? So we saw already, we have taken admission somewhere, we have accepted in the prospectus that I will follow the rules and regulation. After that, if we do not follow, what will they do? They will give TC and throw us out. So that is why the Lord doesn't let us come to his abode at all. He has given us TC and he had sent us out, down. So it is insulting. Obviously, when the professor, principally, anybody comes and warns once, okay, this is your last warning, do not repeat it. After that, also, if they do it, for at least to teach lessons to others, they have to be punished. Otherwise, others also will take it for granted and everybody will follow the same, thinking, oh, he did it, nothing happened. Oh, it's taken for granted. Is it not? So that means it is just to teach us, just to, what is that? It is not only enough to follow or perform the pious activities, but also to prohibit the impious activities. What have been prohibited by the Vedas, we should never, ever even attempt to any of those activities. And do's and don'ts are everywhere there. Even you take our own body, like people say, no, like, what do you say? You have to have bath every day. Obviously, we have to have bath every day. And at the same time, we also say, okay, don't get up, don't wake up after the sunrise. But we take it for granted. No, most of us, 90 per year, most of us, except for the all those great devotees who are hardcore Krishna conscious devotees, 100%, 365 days, they get up at 3:30 before the Mangala Arati starts. They, do all their daily rituals, and they are right there for Mangala Arati. Isn't it? Okay. So, what is said? What is not authorized by the Vedas, we should never try and do it. Those who do it, they are known as demoniac people. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Asha Mataji, go ahead.
Achetasaha is the one with the abnormal mental condition. Persons of normal mental condition must obey the scriptural injunctions. Lord forces the demonic people to take birth in the wombs of demonic mothers. Life after life, they live with demonic principle, never understand the relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, if fortunate enough, they may come in association with the spiritual master. Get guided on the path of Vedic wisdom, get disentangled from material contamination. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is this. However, in spite of all these things, who are those fortunate ones? Who are the fortunate one who comes in contact with the spiritual master? So though they are demoniac people, like say for example, Prahlad Maharaj. He was in a Daitya family, but he got the spiritual master when he was in the womb of his mother Kayadu. When his mother was pregnant, and when Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb, all the devatas came to kill her because they thought, oh, Hiranyakashipu is such what to say, demon, such a kind of, intolerable. What do we say? Most abominable, the right word, abominable, most abominable demon. And how his son will be? So they all came to kill him. They all wanted to destroy the womb of Kayadu. And by the providence, that means with the will of the Lord, arrangement of the Lord, Narada Muni comes there. And Narada Muni comes and rescues so many people like the Dhruva Maharaj, so many are there in Bhagavatam. So he comes and he tells the Devatas, no, it is actually he is going to be a devotee. This child is going to be a devotee. I give you guarantee. So he takes, okay, Devatas believe in Narada, obviously. So they leave. They left Kayadu to Narada and they all went. So Narada Muni brought her to his hermitage and every day he used to recite Bhagavatam. So Prahlad Maharaj, when he was in the womb of his mother only, he was listening to Bhagavatam. Same way Shukadeva Goswami, he was also, when he was in the womb of his mother, he was listening to Bhagavatam. And how? Because Vyasadeva used to recite every day Bhagavatam. And 14 years he didn't come out. He was every day listening to Bhagavatam. So that means like this, some those who are fortunate enough, and these are the, like we know so many reasons who are fortunate, for what reason they come, 6.41 and 42, something in the previous birth we have already, for some reason, we have done lot of pious activities. But ultimately at the end, something happened and we fell down. For some reason or the other, we become demon. We might have remembered Yam Yapi Smarana Bhavam, last minute what we remember. We might have remembered a demon or something might have happened, we became a demon. But Neha Vikramana Shosti. So nothing perishes in Bhakti path. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. Little bit we have done also, that will bring us to the right platform. So it is quite possible. So that is the reason. One who is fortunate enough means, yes, the yogis, after doing lot of austerities, for some reason or the other, they were not able to make it. Arjuna asked that question, no? Beautiful question. What will happen to those people, even as you say, all the Ashtanga Yoga, everything they follow, and finally they are not able to? for some reason or the other. Then Krishna tells, no, they will either be born in the aristocratic family or rich family, or after becoming a very to the highest level, if they fall down, they will take birth in the devotee family. Yes, is it not? Yes, Asha Mataji, continue.
आहारस्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां वेदम् इमं शृणु. Even the food each person prefers is of three kinds according to three modes of material nature. The same is true of sacrifices, austerities, and charity. Now here of the distinctions between them. Hare Krishna Mataji.
We read this already, right? So that means Krishna is telling that there are three types of tapa, three types of yajna, three types of dhana, all those things. Yes, Loknath Prabhu, Hare Krishna, continue, Prabhuji.
Eating habits, performs of sacrifice, austerities, and charities depends on the three modes. One who cannot discriminate between different kinds of sacrifice or food charities is foolish. They advocate against scriptures that one can do whatever he likes and attain perfection. They create their own ways and mislead the people.
They create their own ways. So just remember by heart this verse, Yakshastra Vidhi Musrijya. They find pleasure. Just now we saw in the 2 slides before, one who does not obey or one who violates the Supreme Personality of God gets order. And so it is like even Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and all, you see, many people have given commentaries. They mislead people. That is why we say we have to hear only from those who have come in the parampara, who have heard it from their spiritual master, who are coming in the parampara. Parampara is, Bhagavan gave it to Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavi, Brahma. Then Narada, Vyasamuni, parampara. Any parampara, 6 paramparas are there, any parampara. So they should have come in the parampara. Otherwise, what happens? There is no use because they mislead people. And this is a very important thing. You see, one who cannot discriminate between the three kinds of sacrifice, isn't it? Which are the sacrifice which are in the tamoguna, rajoguna or sattva-guna. Same way what we eat also. So those people who are not even able to distinguish. So I am not able to eat will we eat the stale food? Do you remember there was one slide in the first level? That is one that banana leaf is kept, and in that all bhoga is offered to the Lord. And another one comes in that the tongue is burning. The tongue will be out and the fire will be coming out of the tongue. Another one you go, it will be like a sandwich. Within that sandwich, that fungus and small worms and all are there. You remember that one? So it's like that only. That means we should be able to identify at least which food is in the Sattva-guna. If you are not even able to understand the frozen for days together, months together, take it and put it in the microwave and heat it and eat it, what will happen? But yeah, today's jamana, it demands that people don't have time to cook also. They advocate against scriptures that one can do whatever he likes and attain perfection. So that is why we need to read the scriptures. So if we read the scriptures, we'll be able to discriminate. So why scriptures are needed? The Lord has beautifully explained. He himself came, no. The Lord has given the Vedas. Veda Vyasa is an incarnation of Lord himself. So but we don't take it seriously. We don't give any importance to the Vedas. We simply say Vedas are for only the learned people. We don't have to learn. And who are those learned people? So-called. These days, nobody like those days go to the forest and meditate, and in the meditation they hear through Shravanam. Are there people? No, not at all. So that is why Vedavyasa thought in this Kali Yuga, they can't do all this meditation and all. Let me put it in 4 different. Otherwise, it was only one Veda. People can't even lift it. So he gave it in the 4 parts. So at least something they will be able to read. There are some people who expert themselves in one particular Veda out of the 4. So at least they are doing something. Something is better than nothing. So that is why what we should do, we should always advocate the scriptures. Hare Krishna. Yes. Who was that? Loknath Prabhu, continue.
Yes,
Divisions of faith.
the division of faiths, text 7, identifying mode of faith, eating, identifying mode of faith by observing the activities of sacrifice, austerity, and charity. Wise, those who know and discriminate based on these activities. Foolish, those who consider all kinds of food, sacrifice, etc., to be the same and does not discriminate.
Hare Krishna. So this discrimination is the word actually. We say no wise. Wise can discriminate. Otherwise, animals and we are the same. That is that one wisdom that we are able to discriminate and we are able to practice it. Animals cannot do this too, right? So that is why the Sankhya Yoga in the second chapter, analytical study, we saw no the soul. We are not that is the first discrimination. Discrimination between the body and the soul. So people who are wise, they are Brahman realized, we call it as. They are able to identify that the Atma is eternal, the body is perishable. So I am the soul. So I mean yoni after yoni, I take a body, I enter, I embodied. They know asmin. I enter any body, any yoni out of 6 lakh, 88 lakh 64,000. So, but so many yonis are there. Any yoni we come, the 8th chapter we learnt the whole thing. Which yoni we take the next birth. What seed we saw now, same yoni we will be able to take. So having got this human body, we should be in a position to discriminate slowly, gradually. At least with the food if we start, which is good, which is no, totally prohibited. Then what happens? Actually, Jaisa Khana, Vaisa, sorry, Jaisa Man, Vaisa, no, what is it? Jaisa Anna, Vaisa Man. What we eat, the mind thinks according to what we eat. Is it not? So, if we eat sattvic guna, the mind also will create sattvic thoughts. So, obviously, actions, words become actions. So, if you are able to think sattva guni, faith, with that faith, obviously we'll be performing also activities which are based on the sattva guna. Hare Krishna. What was that? Food in 3 modes. Yes. Who is next? Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu. आयुसत्व बलारोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धन रस्या स्निग्धा स्थिरा हृदया आगार सात्विका प्रिय so beautiful. This is, see that these words rasya snigdha sthira hridya. Hridya, very pleasing to the heart. You read the translation, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna. I read Shloka Mataji.
Okay, read.
I also read Shloka. Ayushatva balarogya sukha priti vivardhanaha राश्यः श्रिग्ध स्थिरा हृदया आहारा सात्विका प्रियः.
Yes. Food
dear, those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such a food juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. That's what's Kridya, pleasing to the heart. Which food will be like that? Why we say sattvic food? We offer sattvic. Sattvic food is that one which is offered to the Lord. Otherwise, it is not. If you do not offer, I mean, sorry, what is that? Offer to the Lord. When it comes, we say honor. We honor prasadam, we offer boga. So it becomes sattvic food is always offered as boga to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There's 4 types of food we have seen, which can be sucked, chewed, and swallowed, and bitten and eaten. So it's 4 types of food. So they are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart. Hare Krishna. Vamshidhar Prabhu, I'll come back to you. One verse I will give everybody and then come back to you. Viraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Katvam Amvala Lalavana. Katvam means very kadva. Amla is very little bit of bitter, right? We eat, no? It is katta and kadwa, that type. Amla. Lavana is salty. Lavanam, salt, another name is lavanam. Ushna. The moment we put it, we say no, Ushna. Tikshna. Can't even take it near your tongue. By the time it just touches the tongue, it burns. And very ruksha. Dry. Yes, Prabhu. Viraj Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Only
Krishna.
translation.
Now you read the verse also. Katva mamala lalavana tushna.
Tatvamala lavana tushna with fixna ruksa vidha minaha ahara rajsa sayesi dukha so kamaya pradaha.
Pradaha. Dukkam shokam. This kind of food will give only dukkam and shokam. Yes, Prabhu.
Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Ananya Mataji. Go ahead with the next verse. Yatayamam gatarrasam puti paryushitam chayet uchishtam apicha medyam bhojanam tamasa priyam. Read the verse also, Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji.
Yatayamam gatarasam puti paryushitam chayat uchishtam api cha medyam bhojanam tamasa priyam. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable thing is dear to those in the mode of darkness.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So that is why for the Lord we never prepare bhoga before 3 hours. Because that is Satoguna goes from that. Because of the chemical reaction and all those things, there will be no nutrition. So when there is no nutrition, our body is not nourished. When the body is not nourished, when the food what we eat does not have any nutritional aspect, brain is also not nourished. That's why Srila Prabhupada always says, that pure cow milk is very, very important to drink. Because he says it nourishes the cells in the brain. As it is, we know that what is that? In Krishna consciousness, go puja, go, so much importance is given. But that cow milk is also given lot of importance because it nourishes the fine tissue. The small babies we know, but when we grow, what happens? We think, and some people argue, I'm not getting into that. Some people say after certain age, we are not supposed to consume milk at all. They say it's not like that. Cow milk can be consumed any time. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes. Vamshidhar Prabhu, go ahead. Only Loknath Prabhu has not read a verse. I'll come back to him.
Mode of
Yes.
goodness. Food is meant to increase the duration of life, purify the mind, and give bodily strength. Example.
Examples.
Yes. Milk products, sugar, rice, wheat, fruit, and vegetables are very dear to people in the backward corn. Yes,
People
and
in the Satoguna. Okay.
miss. They are not written.
Baked corn.
Baked corn and musil.
Molasses.
What is this, Mataji?
I'll tell. You read.
Can be more pleasantly palatable by mixing with milk or other foods. There are quite distinct from the untouchable things like meat and liquor. Fatty food mentioned have no connection with animal fat obtained by slaughter.
Yes, Hare Krishna. This is the baked corn we know. Molasses is that sugar, a stage while making the sugar, the pure sugar before any adulteration is done. That molasses can also be very pleasing. All these things, which is not cooked for a long time. Cooking
Molasses means any grains, Mataji, or in millets?
no, it's not a millet. It is sugar particles, Prabhu. Sugar cane. So see, when we cook also, we are not supposed to cook boil and boil and boil for a very long time. Always, why do doctors, everybody says salad is very good for health? Because it's not cooked. It is naturally what comes, vitamins are not killed in that. So we are not supposed to cook or boil for a long time. See, in olden time, that is why people used to cook in slow cooker. Right now also, what is it? Hot pot and things like that. They say it is slow cooking. It is always rice cooker and all. People say it is very advisable. Otherwise, in microwave and all, you just put it in 2 minutes, all done. That means it's very fast cooking. The nutrition value, everything dies over there. But slowly, gradually, when we cook, it does not die. Best is what? Raw food, raw fruit, raw vegetable. And that is why we say that white, three things, maida and sugar and all, we should not eat much, because maida takes a long time to cook itself. Pizza, how much we have to bake in a high temperature and for a long time. Why? Maida takes a long time to be cooked. And somewhat we are very in a hurry, we cook maida and eat. What will happen? How will the stomach be able to digest that? Bake in the oven itself, it takes such a long time to cook. So we should not give that much burden to our intestine. We should not give so much burden to our abdomen. It cannot. That's why we should always, best is to eat raw. Whatever is possible, how much ever is possible, we are supposed to eat raw. And the last point, they are quite distinct from untouchable things. This is again very, very important, because generally, where we put this lifeless creatures are put in the graveyard. So it is said that when Hare Krishna, when we eat this meat and all, it is said that our stomach becomes a graveyard. So we should not dump our stomach like a graveyard by putting or touching itself as eating is. That's five people in this process are performing sinful activities. One who grows it, and one who sells it for the butcher, and one who cuts it, one who brings and cooks it, and one who eats it. They all are performing sinful. So it can't say, I never killed it. I simply ate in the restaurant. I do not know who killed it. We can't say that. And similarly, you can't say, and in the restaurant also, I just simply cooked it what was brought. No, all of them are. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
Animal fat in the form of milk, butter, cheese, etc. without killing animals. Sugar, rice, wheat, fruits, and vegetable, baked corns, and molasses. Protein in spelt peas and dal, whole wheat, etc.
Yeah, we say no fat. Some people say no. Our children need, what is that? They need protein, and they need fat. So generally for protein,
Ghee.
for vegetarians, the best is the dals. How many varieties of beans come? Lot many varieties of beans are there. So that gives the same protein what others think that they get from animal products. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
Lord's prasadam, remnants food first eaten by saintly person in the spiritual master. Food in the mode of passion are better too salty, too hot, or mixed with too much red pepper. Reduce the mucus in the stomach, leading to the disease. Food in the mode of ignorance. Food cooked more than 3 hours before being eaten, except prasadam. Except our food may cause infection or disease. Here,
Hare
except
Krishna. Yes.
prasadam.
Yeah, except prasadam. Prasadam cooked for more than 3 hours before being eaten, except prasadam. And at least prasadam we can eat. Why? The Lord takes care of it. That also not for 3 hours. Okay? Kept over food means what? You had prasad, see, from what do you call that? Say, for example, puri. Puri and all, we get that the kaja, you might have tasted, right? From
Yes.
Puri it comes.
Yes,
And,
ma'am.
so like that, somebody comes from there and something they give, it is like a prasadam. We don't have to think also. Simply take little bit, just Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya and eat it. We don't have to see that at all. But prasadam we should never dishonor, saying that I don't want. That is a rule. Never ever prasadam should be dishonored by refusing that. Okay. And this mucus, we know now, according to the Ayurveda, what is it? What do you call that? Vata, Pitta, another one?
Kapha.
Kappa. So that is mucus is also very, very important in our stomach. Otherwise, what will happen? These three things, the combination, the percentage, right percentage mixture is very, very important for a proper digestion. Otherwise, what will happen? Any disease, it starts from indigestion, which is Jatakni. Krishna told in 15th chapter, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Degam Ashritaka Praninam Degam Ashritaka. I am living in prani, living entities. Degam in their body. Ashritaka, I am seated in the form of Vaishwanaro Bhutva. So that fire temperature has to be appropriate. That's why we say immediately after eating food, we should never drink water, even little bit. That you might have, I don't know whether you are aware of it or not. In China, you see, any tap you open, airport and all also, hot water comes. Actually, generally what they do, after having meals, they drink hot water. Because the fire is on. We drink the normal water. It will put off the fire, isn't it? Actually, we should not drink water at all. That's the best thing. The fire should not be put off, because the fire is very, very essential for the food to be digested after we eat. Okay. So we read already more bitter, more salty. All these things are in the mode of passion, and in the tamoguni, in the mode of ignorance, is one which is spoilt already. Yes. Hare Krishna. Viraj Prabhu, continue.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Palatable to persons in the mood of ignorance, rejected by those in mood of goodness. The best food is the remains of what is offered to the Lord. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati pradaham bhaktya uparitam asnani pratatmanaha. BG 9.26. Lord says, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water,
Oh, sorry. Yes, Prabhu.
I will accept it. Anything offered to Lord must be done with utmost devotion and love for him to accept. The prasadam should be prepared as per spiritual injunctions when it is said to have become Hare Krishna,
To have become transcendental, right?
transcendent.
Okay, Hare
That
Krishna.
part
See,
not
two times bhakti has come in this, right? Yomi bhaktya, tadaham bhakti. That is what most devotion. Why two times bhakti has come? Bhakti means what? Devotional service. Bhakti is devotional service. Devotion service with love. So that means it is Atishayokti, we call it as na. Same, I mean, two to three times it has been, what do you call that? It has been spoken of with great high value. So Lord doesn't want. He will accept all these things. But why do we offer the Lord? Just to express our love, our gratitude. Oh Lord, see, like Janmashtami and all, I don't know how people celebrate and all, but after coming to ISKCON, I have learned we have to make a cake also for the Lord. The reason why anybody's birthday we make. So why not Lord's birthday? Because of whose birth we have got, whose mercy we have got everything. So cake is a must. Especially you should see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, that Gauranga, that, what do you call that? Gaura Purnima. Such a big cake in Mayapur is cut so big. It will be half of a room. If the room size is maybe 6 by 4 or whatever it is, So big tables, so many tables they will put, and on that they assemble the cake. And it is, all of you know very, very well, there is no point in saying that, no egg, nothing, pure it is. So that is where the molasses, Prabhu was asking, no, what is molasses? See, we make sweets and all, no, laddu or Mysore pak, whatever it is. Whenever we make chashni, right? That is sugar juice or that jaggery juice, whatever it is.
Pakam.
So what we do to see the right pakvam means right stage. So when to add the basin, when to add that what do you call that, atta and things like that, no? So we see the stage and then put. So for that, what people do, they take a small katori water and in that they put this and see if it comes like a ball, if it comes like candy, then say this is a correct position. So that the previous position of that when whatever sweets we make, that is actually molasses. It is the sugar in the matured stage, just before the matured stage. Okay, so, and Lord loves it. So there are, in Tamil I know the name Kamarkatti, we call it as. It is like a hard chocolate. You put it in your mouth, it will be there for a long time. It will not melt at all. So that is made up of this. What Prabhu said, pakam. Like that is made up of this only. Hare Krishna. So prasadam is supposed to be, we know transcendental. What is transcendental? Above sattva-guna even. Nirguna. Nirguna is not the impersonal. Nirguna is above the gunas. That is known as nirguna. That is why we call it as transcendental. It's always see the same slide which I was explaining. First chapter. You remember it came. So the first one is the Sattva Guni. Second one is the Rajo Guni. Third one is the Tamo Guni food. So first one, see, we were in Bahrain, no? I remember this play about that banana leaf. For every festival in ISKCON, the big hall used to be there, in Bahrain. I used to really wonder, in India, at home, we don't buy banana leaf and offer to the Lord. But there, every festival, every devotee, they are seated on the floor and this banana leaf, and minimum for some very, very big festivals like Gaura Purnima, Janmashtami, Radhashtami and all, minimum there will be 20-24 items like this. They used to, because so much we want to make for the Lord. Everybody makes. Chapanbog is different. And 56 items. But above this is the normal food only. See, we are given the kitchen. I went for the Jagannath Rath Yatra, no? The whole kitchen is given to us. And so many gas stoves will be there. Whatever you want to make, you can make. Of course, there are rules. Only the initiated devotees can make. And they give duty region-wise. This region for this one festival, this region. So everybody gets an opportunity. Go there and make. People are so excited, and by the time you make and see, there will be around more than Chapanbog only. So many devotees are interested in making. This time I went for Radhashtami. I wanted to make at home that modak can take, because before that Ganesh Chaturthi was there. For some reason or the other, I could not make. I made that barfi and went. There, I was so shocked. I entered the kitchen, one Mataji called me and asked me, Mataji, that Purnam is there and that white dove is there. Mataji, can you help me in making the modak? So I was really shocked. Oh, I sincerely wanted to make for Radharani and I didn't make. I was cursing myself while going. And she herself called and she told to me. So like that, we have to, that is what, bhaktya, that love, devotional services, full and full of love. So the first, you see how much we can eat, At home, we may be eating very little. But prasadam, when you say, devotees go mad. And we actually, today morning also, I think today morning only, today or 2 days before, Namanisha Prabhu was telling in the class, Prasadam means don't go mad after prasadam. Limited quantity only you should eat. But when we come to Krishna consciousness, initially we eat a lot, but slowly and gradually, paripakva, when we attain this maturity, the quantity goes down. Otherwise, prasadam means anyone can have any amount. It is like that. And but even at home, prasadam only we make. But temple prasadam is somewhat, we can't express it. Hare Krishna. Yes, Loknath Prabhu, you didn't read a verse, Prabhu, so you just finish it with this. Apalakanchi bhiryajno. Yes, Prabhu.
फलाकांक्षिभिर्यजनो विधिदिष्टो य इज्यते यष्टवम् एवति मनः
Yashtavyameveti manaha.
यष्टव्यम् एति मनः समाधाय स सात्विकः.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Bhagavad Gita 17.11 of sacrifice, get sacrifice performed according to duty and to the scriptural rules, and with no expectation of reward, is of the nature of goodness.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So tomorrow we'll explain this, because now we are going to, after the Ahara. Ahara Satvika Priyaha, we saw no third or fourth verse. So first we saw the Ahara. Now we are coming to sacrifice, dana. Then we will go to tapa, and then we will go to yajna. So yajna dana tapa, we will be discussing from 11th onwards. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, Prabhu, Vamshidhar Prabhu, you were asking some doubt yesterday. That's why I ended the class a little early. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Lord Brahma was praying to Lord Sri Krishna in Brahma Samhita. In some verse, it is mentioned as Vishuddha Sattva and Sattva Valambam. Also, it is known as Suddha Sattva. Also, yesterday one slide we saw Vasudeva Sattva. Yesterday one slide. So, God, for who are means Lord Brahma was praying to Lord Sri Krishna. You are in mode of Suddha Sattva, Vishuddha Sattva mode. So, in this material world, anyone can be attain that state, Mataji, Vishuddha Sattva.
We can transcend. We can attain. We can attain, but we need to transcend to that level. So that means what? As long as we are in the material nature. See, Prabhuji, it is, see, what is said? The main thing is the ignorance. One who does not remember that we are dasanudasa, the constitutional position. One who does not remember the constitutional position, he is only entangled in the material world, is it not? So material nature, we all are entangled because we have forgotten our original constitutional position. So as we revive this position, automatically we are transcendent to the Vishuddha Sattva state. Okay, Prabhuji? So the ignorance has to be spelled out. How do we do it with this? How do we spell out this ignorance? You remember, Tesham evanu kampartam aham ajnanajam tamaha nachayam ava basvasto jnanadipena basvata. How? The Lord says, I will help you. When will He help? Previous verse. Tesham satata yuktanam, the process of bhakti. 10.9 and 10 is the bhakti process. Machitta madgata prana, one who keeps on glorifying me. Tesham satata yuktana, one who always remembers me and pay obeisances unto me. To these people, I give the knowledge, the Rami Buddhi Yogam Tam, and I am seated in their heart, and I light the lamp of knowledge by dispelling the darkness of ignorance. Okay, so the Lord only, how much ever we do endeavor with our own effort, finally the Lord has to bestow His mercy. If you remember the verse I just now read, no? That 1.2.7. Lord's mercy come ahaitukam. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitaha. Janayatsyaatsu vairagyam jnanam cha ahaitukam. When he gives this knowledge, when he showers this mercy, by rendering devotional service unto the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna immediately acquires causeless knowledge. So the devotional service is very, very important. The moment that just now we saw Bhaktyam, what is it? Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam. He said with the devotional service and love. So we surrender ourselves or worship or always focus at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He will help us to transcend. Okay, Prabhuji? It is possible. But it is possible only with His mercy, not with our own endeavors. So Yashodamaya could tie Krishna. Every time she was tying, 2 fingers were short. What were those fingers? One is our endeavor, Yashodamaya's endeavor. The another one is Lord's mercy. Yashodamaya was endeavoring from morning to evening on the day of Diwali. I will not leave you today. She was so tired, perspiring. Her so beautiful descriptions come there, glorification. Her hair is open now. All the flowers from her hair had fallen down. She didn't give up. She determined, I will tie him. Then Lord showered His mercy. Oh Maya, you want to tie me? Take this, tie. So endeavor if we do to transcend the 3 modes, the Lord will shower the mercy. Okay, Prabhuji? But remember, as long as we are in the ignorance that I am this body, this is not possible. Yeah, I remember that verse, what do you call that? 3 gunas verse, no? This is, one second, I think it is 43 or something, the verse. It will come. I don't remember the verse number correctly. Yeah, it says Triguna Brahma Samhita. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Your doubt is cleared now?
Yes, clear, Mataji. It is,
Oh.
yes. But that is only
41. 41. Yes,
Yes.
Prabhu. Tell me.
Yes, Mataji. That is maybe who always near to the God, or pure soul, or pure, we can
What
say
is
a
a pure soul?
pure-hearted person.
Once
right?
again, what is the definition of pure soul?
Pure
soul is
means
one
those,
which does not have any ajnana.
Yes, Mataji.
Ah.
I will answer, Mataji. You questioned,
Okay.
I will answer, right? Pure soul means one who don't have desire, also one who don't have any hatred, any ignorance, or any mode of other 2 modes of rajas and tamo.
Vishuddha Sattva, correct.
Who is that is mentioned in 11th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, Lord telling about who are dear to me, those who are in Maitreya, to friendly to everyone, right, Mataji?
Correct.
Who
Yes.
don't reactive in Sita Ushna, always in Samatula.
Dvandva, who is away from the
Sita
dvandvas.
Ushna and Sukha Dukha, in state
That's
of
what, dvandva.
it
So,
is mentioned in
correct.
3rd chapter, I think. 2nd or 3rd chapter.
That comes from 2nd onwards. Almost all in most of the verses, chapters.
Who are not bewildered or lamenting for anything.
Yes, Prabhu. That's what
those are pure
one
souls.
word is dvandva.
Yes,
who are
Dvandva.
away from dvandva.
Dvandvatita, yes, Dvandvatita.
Yes.
So those
Hare
are, I
Krishna.
consider as a pure soul. Yes, it is possible for only those